Hey guys, it's Red here. I've got some major construction going on outside, so hopefully this isn't too bad today. Anyway, today I'm going to be reading some r/entitled parents. Everyone loves these stories. I know I do. Okay, here we go with the first story. Kicked out because I listened to the school nurse instead of her. So my mum was an abusive, drunk mommy. Got mad at any little thing I did or didn't do and either verbally abused or worst case physically abused me. Then hours after would love bomb, and this would happen almost every day. Some days it ended in just a spat, and others it got bad where I had to leave and spend hours in my car at a parking lot till my dad got home. And she was very entitled. Like, I'm the mother, I'm God, I'm gonna yell at my husband because he didn't give me money to get my nails done kind of entitled. I have numerous stories, but this is the one I remembered first, and this is one of the best examples of what she would do and her mum God complex. This happened when I was a sophomore in high school. I was starting to lose my voice and my throat was starting to hurt, and I went to the nurse's office for some advice, and she said to gargle warm salt water 5 to 10 times at least 3 times a day. The temperature is important. I've heard this from my friend too, so I figured it must work. It did. So when I got home, I said hi to my mum who was in her room and went to the kitchen to fill a glass of water. I had debated whether I should just get some out of the sink since it's fast warm water, and I'm not drinking it anyways, so I asked my mum if it was a good idea. I remember the general outline vividly, but not the details, as this happened a long time ago. Hey, should I just use the water from the tap or from the fridge? Ew, no, use the fridge. Why did you ask? Oh, my throat is scratchy and my voice is going, so everybody recommends gargling warm salt water to help. What? No, you gargle cold water. I was told warm water. Sweetie, I've been taking care of your sore throat since you were born. I think I know better. Well, yes, but can I at least try the warm? It wouldn't hurt. No, use cold water. Cold water is better. I know better. Okay, but everyone's suggesting warm, so I want to try that at least, please. She visibly starts getting upset and walks towards me, her voice rising a little. I can clearly see at that point she was drunk, so I started getting scared. OP, I am your mother. I know what's best for my child. You're seriously going to believe your friends over your own mother? Well, the nurse said too, but okay, fine, I'll use cold. No, I can't believe you'd believe other people over me. When I was the one who raised you, I was the one changing your diapers. She starts going on one of her tirades where she just rants and rages into the air regardless if you're saying anything or not. Her voice was getting louder and louder until she was practically screaming. I'm trying to tell her I'll take it cold, but she's long past the point of rational thought and doesn't even register what I'm saying. I tell her I'm done talking and try and walk away, but she then proceeds to grab my hair and rip me towards the door and shove me through, screaming, how dare I treat her like this and disrespect her, and I need to cool down, then slams the door. It's 5:30 p.m. 93 degrees in August in Florida. And I get stuck out there with nowhere to go for at least 3 hours. Can't call dad or friends because my phone was in my backpack in the house and we live in a rural community, so not anyone close by. When those 3 hours were up, she thrusts open the door, rants about how crazy I was for sitting there, and then bitches and wonders why I'm giving her the silent treatment, like what transpired didn't happen. That's so abusive! If you're enjoying these stories so far, I'd really appreciate it if you could give this video a like and subscribe while you're at it. Okay, here's the next story. Entitled mother asked for my seat, and when I said no, she drags me out. This happened around a year ago when I was on a trip to Mexico with my family. I usually ride in the same bus every week to a bigger part of town so I can buy food. I have a seat that I usually sit in. It's a window seat on the bus. But then the entitled mother came. She spoke in Spanish, but I'm putting this in English. Hey, can you change seats? My child wants that seat. Sorry, no, I sit here almost every week, plus I've already chosen the seat. Well, why can't you just get up and go to another seat? Number 1, I don't want to. Number 2, just pick a different seat. Well, my child wants your seat. Everyone was staring at us. Sorry, no. She grabbed my hand and dragged me out of the seat and pushes her child in quickly. The bus driver stops and comes over to us. What's the problem here? This rude person stole this seat from my child and we just took it back. Ma'am, I know this person and he sits here all the time, and I saw him sit here when he got on. The entitled mother looked like a fool after he said that. She grabbed her child and moved one seat up. Later, after she got off, I looked at her out the windows and she gave me a death glare. Yeah, entitled mother. Okay, here is the next story. Clearly disabled person falls over. Better call the cops on him. A bit of context. Due to a brain injury a few years back, my father's motor skills haven't been the greatest. He can't operate machinery and his memory is awful. He can usually walk around fine, if wobbly on most days, but when he's having a bad day, he needs the help of a cane or a walker. Even then, he can be pretty prone to falling over. No biggie and no ambulance needed as long as he doesn't hit his head. He can easily get back up with help. So, he's with me as we're going on a grocery run, since he insists on paying. I'm carting our stuff back to the car and he's hobbling alongside me with his cane as it's a bit of an off day for him. I begin loading our stuff into the car when Dad takes a bit of a tumble. As I go over to help my dad stand, I nearly jump out of my skin as this nearby woman with kids sees us and practically screams. I kind of shoot her a, "What the F, lady?" look while I'm helping him up. But this woman is just scowling at me and whispering into her phone. I helped my dad into the car so he can sit and catch his breath. While I finished putting up my groceries, I heard someone call out to me. I turned to see a police officer. Do you want to know what this Karen's reaction was to seeing a 50-something-year-old man with a cane falling over was? Apparently, other than screaming, it was to call the cops and report him for public drunkenness. I didn't even know that was a thing until it was explained to me, but apparently in my state it's a Class C misdemeanor and you can get fined up to $500. A few questions and a breathalyzer test cleared my dad's name. We got to go home without incident. I never did find out what happened to that nutcase of a woman, but what kind of ass-backwards worldview do you need to have in order to look at an elderly person who's fallen over, see they have a cane and think, ew, a drunkard and a hazard to polite society? That's ridiculous. You see someone fall over, you go, oh, are you okay? Do you need some help? That's what you do. That's what a normal person does. Ugh, stupid Karen. I hope you all enjoyed those r/entitled parent stories read by Red. That's me. Please give the video a like if you did enjoy them, and don't forget to subscribe as well. Thank you so much for watching today. Bye bye.